Hello, and this is a pick a card reading for something that you need more of in your life right now. We define right now as in whenever you are coming across this video, and something you need more of in your life would be to say something that would help you to enhance your life right now, or to progress it, or to basically make the quality of it come up substantially. So we have group 1, 2, and 3, whichever card you feel drawn to, maybe more than one. Go ahead and select and we will begin. Okay, so welcome card 1 for those of you that chose this for what you need more of in your life right now. So this is all about expansion. This is all about mindsets that are expansive. This is maybe perhaps about more money, more finances, more resources, something like this. But they're saying that this is something, as you well may know, that starts inside first. So this begins at an internal level. The number one recommendation to cultivate this more expansive mindset is going to be to absolutely crack down on your gratitude practices. Even if it's really hard at first, so you feel stubborn or have a lot of resistance to this, or it feels silly, it is not. Several times a day, writing down things, looking for things that you're grateful for, and really acknowledging how much is here, it is going to magnetize you and open you and expand you so much to everything that it is that you are needing and feeling like you're lacking right now. Okay? Let's get a card of advice on how you can bring this into your life besides gratitude, or if there's any other recommendation on how exactly you can bring this into your life. This expansion, maybe this more resources. Okay, so this could be also for some of you about developing some kind of a schedule, getting some kind of a regimen underway, maybe shifting your schedule. This can also be about seeing where you have dependencies or habits or things that you're super duper attached to in your life that maybe aren't necessary anymore or helping you anymore, and could perhaps be draining your resources or keeping you stuck in limitation. Okay, anything else to add to this? Yes. Okay, this is also feeling guarded a bit when we're making offers, or not feeling super generous at times. It could also be refusing offers, being a little bit in our pride or a little bit stubborn. So accepting in offers of help can be important. And also, the more open we are in a way and generous in our attitudes, the more we attract that. Okay, this can also be some kind of a breakup or a relationship situation that has contributed to this, this feeling, this mindset, this kind of limited energy. So this is another thing that we may want to start focusing on, some of the good things that have happened in this relationship or others before, some of the good things that have happened in love, or at least some of the things that brought us a lot of benefit, that brought us positive change in some way. It's not about ignoring the negative. In fact, if we acknowledge the negative and the challenging things, it can open us up and expand us a lot. It can make a lot of room to see the positives in a stronger way. Wow, there's a lot of movement in the camera on the cards, like a lot of grain movement, more than usual. So anyways, these are some suggestions for how you can do this, but anything that fuels your expansive mindset, your inspiration, whether it be money meditations or just recognizing that you are secure or safe now, or that you have what you need now, and being grateful for that in the moment, this is going to help you a lot. This does not count for nothing. You know, this really counts for something when we do this, okay? And I also feel that there can be some kind of a situation, perhaps that some of you have been bound to for a while, or kind of kept yourself bound to for a while, that could be creating this lack feeling. So it's really just about bringing more of this expansive energy in and viewpoint in. maybe even surrounding yourself with people who can help you create that energy could be a really nice concept there. So that is your message, pile one. We send you lots of love, and we send you a lot of expansive energy and viewpoints ahead. All right, welcome, pile two. Hope you're doing well and in high spirits. So, what you need more of in your life at this time is to allow yourself to move forwards, to allow yourself to take action, to allow yourself to release that song or poem or video that you made, or that creative thing that you're doing, or this whatever it is, to put your message out there before it's perfected, or even before you're like, oh, the time has to be perfect, or it has to be perfect. No, now is the time. This is about releasing yourself from waiting. It's about acting on inspiration, taking that step, even if it's a tiny baby small step, but not overthinking it and just taking it. We need to bring more, even if they're baby steps, in, more creativity in, more movement, more action in, more allowing the self to just move forwards, to move ahead, to start doing those things that you think on or keep yourself waiting on, or say, I'll wait it for another day, or I'll, that is what it is time to do. Okay. So we need to bring more of this motion in. That's the overall thing here. Is there any advice on perhaps how to do this, or any other messages, please and thank you? Okay, in the past energy here, I feel that there could have been a King of Pentacles energy, father energy, or somebody you were dealing with who is kind of a stubborn or fatherly type, or responsible type, or wealthy. We could need to bring some healing to this area of our world, of your world, of your life, a bit, to heal the relationship that you perhaps have to certain things, such as money or people, or connections of certain kinds. This could be sometimes stopping you or getting you in overthinking. There could be like a shame or an embarrassment or a fear there connected to one of these energies. This needs to go through a healing. And how does it go through a healing? I think it already is going through a healing. It's already there in a way. But this is somehow connected to the motion, to the movement, and also the lack thereof. Yeah, this is letting go of some of the things that we're holding on to in the past. Maybe times we were ashamed, or somebody was like, oh, that's not that good, or the times that we were defeated or thought something wouldn't work, or the times that this kind of energy could have stepped in and not been supportive or generous, or just something around this energy. It's like time to really release that, okay? And not to be trying and fighting it or taking action on the past way of doing things. This is also about reformatting the way that you're doing things. So like trying new approaches, maybe trying in smaller increments, like just trying little baby steps again. We go back to the baby steps here, in a new fashion or a new way, because it's really not about here like trying to tackle the past or something, or mentally overcome it, or even to try and rearrange it or fix it or add on to it. It's not like this, okay? This healing energy too, with this Knight of Pentacles, can also be about healing your financial worries or woes. There actually could be an energy that assists you with doing this once you start to take these steps, okay? Any other clarity, especially on that Two of Cups for this energy, please and thank you. I just hear trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself, or just assert yourself and your boundaries, okay? So you could have felt I get a walk of shame, or like a lack, feeling not good enough, or feeling like you weren't enough in a situation. Perhaps somebody, you felt like your self-worth got a hit. Maybe somebody picked something or someone over you at some point, or you suspected something this way. This is kind of talking about healing from this, healing this viewpoint, healing this energy. This could be assisted by the King of Pentacles energy, the healing itself, or it could be with King of Pentacles energy. But either way, I also feel it connected back to that father root here, kind of a masculine energy, or even an energy of wealth. But this is part of why the resistance comes into taking these little steps. It's kind of around the self-worth and all the different subjects that we talked about here, okay? So it's time, it's time to unite these parts of yourself that you have put distance between in your doubts and things like this, and just to take the plunge, even if it's one toe in the water, and just do it, okay? That is what you need more of in your life, is action, movement, allowing yourself to move forwards, allowing yourself to reinvigorate creatively. All right, much love, you guys. Welcome, group 3. Thank you so much for being here. So, what do you need more of in your life at this time? I'm getting the feeling of freedom from this right away. And not just freedom, but perhaps to redo something, to look at something again. Something that perhaps you thought was completed, done and over, that perhaps isn't. That we need to look at something here quite strongly, and see what it is that we could be missing about it. We need more of this examination, more of this kind of tedious or careful perspective work, this looking at things, more of this, it's like an energy opposite of assumptions, or opposite of taking something for granted, and more of really seeing something thoroughly through and feeling it thoroughly through. It's definitely not taking shortcuts or like cheating the way to the end on something, okay? Let's see what else there is for your message here, for what you need more of in your life at this time. Yeah, again, this is like a feeling of rushing to the outcome, wanting things to be done and completed, and full circle energy, wanting to move ahead, wanting this now, wanting the outcome. But it's like we need to focus more back where we are now on the journey, on the step by step. Take a deep breath and take it as it is. Group 2 had a similar message just in the step by step energy, and I'm getting the same with the step by step for you, though it's in a different context. It's more like allowing yourself to be where you are now, and not forcing an ending that isn't actually here, not forcing a full circle thing that isn't actually here. For example, you can't force your way out of a relationship that isn't done without basically getting into another relationship, in essence, that is mirroring the same patterns, if you haven't really learned that lesson that you're there to learn, in a way. I mean, you can do anything, of course, we're unlimited individuals that make our own paths, but as it stands in the collective consciousness, this is usually the way things proceed, the way they go forwards and run and work. So it's definitely like no shortcuts, can't cheat the corners here. Like, we have to be where we are, be where we can be. And in some ways, this could bring you some comfort, because if you're stressing out, like, oh, I need to end this now or get out of this now, it's like, actually, when it's time to get out of it, that's when the lesson has been learned, and it'll either dissolve on its own, or it will grow on its own, or you will find the way, okay? Yeah, this is the thing. Part of why you need to be where you are is because you're already coming into or in an energy of the Empress. And she's very wise. She's very good at balancing more than one thing. And she's also learning to let go of attachments from the past. You do not have to reach this so-called outcome to be the Empress. You are already the Empress without this, outcome, or this perfect scenario that maybe you have in your mind of what it looks like to be in a certain place, So she's very generous as well, very giving. And she's ready to move into the future, but with acceptance of where she is now, rather than trying to change that in order to move into the future, if it makes sense. It's like not putting the cart before the horse comes to mind. And also the phrase of like seeing is believing. It's more like believing is seeing. Okay, so it's like be where you are now. And yeah, Six of Cups also in reverse. This could be very much like that we haven't been super generous or giving or accepting what's being given in a way, because maybe we're stuck on like, no, I'm above that now, I've moved on already, or I don't need this. Or even if it's not like above that, it's more like I'm not going to accept this. But I kind of feel like there's an energy of like be open to giving and accepting what comes through, and kind of in a humble nature. So we need a little bit more of the acceptance of the now basically and a little more analyzing, not necessarily in a mental way, but with our heart way, of the current situation that is here, the current patterns that are here, the current cycle, the current relationships, dynamics, things like this, because something isn't completed yet here. Okay. Any other clarification on what they need more of in their life? Group 3, please and thank you. I feel being vulnerable is important. Soft, I hear soft, vulnerable. Trying to not rushing the ending, not rushing the transition of things or pushing them or forcing them, but accepting and allowing what is here now. And this is a lot easier said than done. By no means is this like, oh yeah, just accept it. But you can. You just have to make your mind, you have to set your mind to it, your heart to it, and just do it. Okay. This is also a lesson in control. You can't control the outcomes of certain things and the timing of them as well. A lot of things, they happen when they happen. They have the outcome they're going to have. Yes, you can manifest. Yes, you can direct. You can shift your mind. You can shift your timelines, all of that. But there's also a part of this that is, in a way, it's meant so that you learn what you're here to learn in a way. So a lot about the acceptance of the now, the situation that is now, and what can I do from here with this situation? Because you're in an Empress energy, whether you feel it or not, and you have it all in your power to do a lot with the situation you're in. And also you have a better ability to balance what you're doing now with something going on than you realize. Okay? It's not going to magically solve itself if you reach your goal. Okay? It's more about how do I solve it or work with it now? This manifests the goal, right? So that's what we have for you. You guys, we send you a lot of love, much luck with this, and take care.